Hello there everybody and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who action figure review. For today's review I'm going to be taking a look down memory lane as I take a look at the 10th Doctor and Ghost transmission gear, which was released by Character Options I think in 2006 or it could be 2007. It was definitely around that time period. This is one of those fun little sets which I think would have been really good for the younger audiences. What this is essentially is a normal 10th Doctor figure added on with some brand new accessories, and I believe this was the first of two releases, as this did get a re-release not so long after this, but I believe since then it's not been released in any shape or form at the time of recording. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at this set, starting off with the 10th Doctor. Now the 10th Doctor, the main body for the figure, it's your standard 10th Doctor. I'm sure that Doctor Who action figure collectors will be quite familiar with this guy by now, as he would have been for many the first Doctor Who action figure that many audiences would have picked up back in the late 2000s. Obviously, the big thing here is he has this new backpack, which has been nicely sculpted. You can see like the nice sculpting of the fabrics there, and you've got the silver zip and just like the silver compartments and everything like that. This can be removable as well, just fit around the shoulders, and actually it is very easy to remove and put back on to the figure. We also have this pipe which just comes from the bottom of the rucksack here, very nicely sculpted, like with all the tubing and everything. My one it looks like it's rusted over. It can fit very snugly into his left hand, although it can come off very easily, I will say that. So overall, very cool accessory, but you can just display him without that if you dare wish. The other accessories in this Ghost transmission set are these little things here, and it's quite messy. I always thought that this was quite messy, because what we have here are just a few loose wires, and the idea is you connect them to these light things that he used in Army of Ghosts, and you can just see at the bottom here there's little holes, and the idea would be that you take, for example, one of these wires and then you just put it in like so. Very fiddly. I've always found it very fiddly. I did it so many times and it always just came apart, which is a real shame. But if you have a little patience, then rest assured you may come out with a little bit of satisfaction for this. These things are very nicely sculpted. They've used like a little translucent plastic, very similar to what is used on the headlamps of the Daleks. It's just been done in a sort of translucent yellow plastic, and the remainder has been painted with this nice bronze wash, and the bottom has a large amount of circular patterns here, but actually feeling it, it feels much smoother than it actually looks. Overall, for an accessory, very nicely detailed. And we've got 3 of these in this set, which you can just see there. Now, there's a few wires in this. I believe that there's 3 altogether. I didn't bother getting all of them out. I didn't really want to take up the review too much with this. So there's 2 of them which are just like that. And one of them is connected actually to one of those, which is very nice. So we have plain ones, and then we have this one, and I believe this is like the receiver which the 10th Doctor used to track down the ghosts in Army of Ghosts. As you can see, very nicely detailed with all the little buttons here and there, and the dial just in the middle there. And other than that, there's not too much else to say about this. The 10th Doctor figure is your standard 10th Doctor figure. So as I said earlier, it looks pretty much the same as your original 2006 release, and the articulation is still intact. What you're getting this set for is essentially the extra accessories. You get the backpack and you get this ghost transmission set. Overall, I think it's a very fun set, especially for younger audiences. But as I've grown older, I tend to just find this a little bit of a gimmick. And after I've done with reviewing this figure, I think I'm just going to display him without the backpack, because this pipe thing here always comes out of his left hand. Also, the accessories I've always found to be very fiddly, even when I was much younger. So I just display them in a much more looser, untidy way, which is what you can see on camera now. But apart from that, it's a fun set, and one that I would track down, especially if you're a fan of Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, and obviously if you're a fan of David Tennant as the 10th Doctor. So thank you very much guys for watching another Doctor Who action figure review. As always, it's been a pleasure making this for you. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for more coming very soon to the channel.